What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Monday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. What a day, y'all. What a day for LSU at a time where it certainly feels like we could use some good news around LSU athletics. Certainly, Tigers got it on Sunday as it became official. Kim Mulkey is the new head women's basketball coach at LSU. Waiting on terms of her deal to be released. What I was told yesterday with several conversations that I had were she had a list of I don't want to call them demands because that's just the wrong way to phrase it, but she didn't have to leave Baylor, obviously. She won 3 national titles. She's a Hall of Famer. She was making $2.27 million a year. She had security, stability, everything she wanted there. To get her out of there, there was going to have to be a lot of. I was asking all this about this. This show, should I leave that one unbuttoned or buttoned? Leave it unbuttoned. If she just had a long list of things that she wanted, and apparently Scott Woodward stepped up and made every one of them happen. So amazing to have Kim Mulkey as LSU's women's basketball coach. There's instant interest in that program, which had been irrelevant for a decade. It's national news around the sporting landscape when you land Kim Mulkey. You get a coach who won 3 national titles away from the place where she won 3 national titles. The athletic director there at Baylor, Mac Rhodes, should be crushed for letting her get away. A coach that built your program, literally the greatest coach ever at Baylor in any sport. And you let her walk. That's for another college job. It's not like if Saban left LSU or any great coach who's left to go to the pro ranks, or taking a promotion. In a lot of respects, it's a demotion. Baylor's a better women's basketball program than LSU, and it's because Kim Mulkey built it, and she's leaving that to go to LSU. People at Baylor should be pissed today, but you're an LSU fan, you should be absolutely tickled. I tweeted, someone asked me this last night, I tweeted Todd Polites. Todd Polites over at LSU is stat guru extraordinaire. I said, man, has LSU ever hired a coach that's won a national title before? And he said, he DM'd me this. He said, first one comes to mind is Andy Brandy, the current co-head coach of LSU tennis, who won 3 NCAA titles at Florida. So I didn't know that, but so he's the co-head coach with his son. And he was the women's head coach at Florida from 85 to 01, and then won 3 NCAA titles, 92, 96, 98. So that's the answer. So, but that's the kind of thing where it's something that's so not obvious like that, right? Anyway, so what a great day. What a great day. All right, let's say some good mornings here. Y'all got questions, comments, fire away. 17 on YouTube, only 8 likes. Please hit that like button if you would. Kaleem B, good morning. Cliff Nelson, good morning. Jason Mobile, morning. Don't forget to hit that like button, peeps. Thank you, Jason. Bubba Tatum, is there such a thing as YouTube jail asking for a friend? Not that I'm aware of, Bubba. But if there is, I'm sure you'll find it and you'll let us know. Strong Side Sports and Collectibles, good morning. Cliff, told you all I saw her at Aesthetic Medicine talking to Woodward on the phone with Ichiban making dinner reservations, but no one believed me. You were right, Cliff. You nailed it. And I heard she drove her Volkswagen from South Point. Oh, by the way, Kim Mulkey's in town now, so perhaps she needs a realtor. Perhaps she should call Darren James. Just saying. Mark Allen, if you have any from will you have anyone from Baylor on the show? Absolutely. Lined that up last night. So we will have the Baylor TV reporter who was the first to report from the Baylor side that Mulkey was leaving Baylor. So yes, we'll have him today. And I can just tell you that me piecing this together, the athletic director who had been there for a long time, Kim's been at Baylor for 21 years. But the athletic director, I think we went over this yesterday. Was because Mac Rhodes is there now. Ian McCall, that's who it was. Mac Rhodes is there now. Mac Rhodes left Missouri for Baylor. Ian McCall is the former athletic director, who's now at Liberty, incidentally. But McCall was fired along with Art Briles and Ken Starr when that Art Briles scandal happened. Well, apparently, as I understand it, the administration maybe wasn't. I don't want to say she had problems with the administration. It makes it sound like there was something going on, but it just maybe didn't have the support. I mean, you understand how things happen over time. But anyway, so I think there was a little disconnect there between her and the current administration, which opened the door. And LSU was always the place that she would go because it's home. Her mother still lives in the Hammond area. She's 80. Kim has a lot of friends. Still, obviously, she spent a lot of time here when Kramer was playing here. I think that just kind of opened the door for this dialogue and for this to happen. So, and credit Scott Woodward, man, because he stepped up and made sure everything she wanted happened to get this done. So, okay. Let's see. Do you think Baylor players will follow Mulkey to come play at LSU? The new transfer rules will allow it now. Correct. Yes, of course it will allow. Hi, bud. You want to come say hi to Dad's show? Come say hi to Dad's show. It's actually Drew's show. Okay, my boy. I love you. You're getting so big. You're getting so big. You're not a little baby Drew anymore, but you'll always be my baby Drew. Huh. Can you say go Tigers? So yes, I do. Players can transfer and be immediately eligible, and I do imagine that some will. I'd be surprised if not. Nicholas Cantrell, good morning. All right, what's up, Facebook? Please like the page, share the post. Stephen Sloan, Kirk Taylor, Jeff McKithen, Tracy Morrow, good morning. Pat Huseman, what's up? Henry Burrell, great day for LSU. Leandra Lewis, Matt, you son of a gun. Okay. Boyer, what's up, dude? Brian and Andy Pinton, good morning from Rochelle, Illinois. Great day for women's basketball. It is. Rick Kelly, morning, Matt. How many games did LSU would have won last year if Miles doesn't get hurt and Jamar doesn't opt out? I'd say 8 or 9. Rick, let me remind you that they lost to Mississippi State with Miles Brennan as the quarterback. I think their record is exactly the same. People, I think, have forgotten a little bit what the beginning of that season was like. Against Mississippi State with that loss, Miles was criticized a lot after that loss for indecision. patting the ball, holding on too long. They beat Vanderbilt on the road, and that was John Emery's big day. Really, Emery was the big standout. Then they went and played Missouri, and Miles had a lot of those same issues. Just Missouri's defense sucked, and so he slung it around a little bit and put up some yards, but got hurt. So, no, I don't think the record's any different. Remember, when he got hurt, so they were sitting there at 1-2, and they still had to play Bama at that point. And A&M and Auburn. I mean, whoop, you okay? Big stretch?
No.
No, my little boy. I love you. I love you. Slept so good last night. Huh. Okay. Let's see. So no, Rick, I think the record is exactly the same. And the fact that you still have Brennan in a competition for the job tells you that he isn't outpacing the other guys, and the other guys don't want to lead you to a 5-win season. The issue wasn't completely offensively. The issue was you had the worst defense in the history of the program. Breezy Bro, what up? John Bro, what up? Are y'all going to air it live at 5 on AFR? So Kim Mulkey's introductory press conference today is at 5 o'clock. I do fully plan on airing it on AFR, yes. We'll see how we need to structure breaks in the clock and all, but yes, I fully plan on airing Kim Mulkey. So that means we'll switch up today with Renato at some point or catch up with him tomorrow. Morning, Matt. Seeing a lot of pushback on Twitter about the Mulkey hire. Is that because Twitter isn't real life, or are there really mixed feelings about the hire? It was mostly due to her comments back in 2017. Brady Smith. Brady, I don't know what her comments were back in 2017, and I genuinely don't care. Anyone pushing back against this hire is not smart. She is literally one of the 3 greatest women's basketball coaches ever, alongside Pat Summitt, Gino Auriemma, Gino Pat, however you want to phrase it, and then Kim with her 3rd national title. She's won at every level. She won 2 championships as a player. She won a gold medal in the Olympics. She's done everything. This is the equivalent to Ohio State hiring Urban Meyer. This is the equivalent to Alabama hiring Nick Saban. This is just not even remotely anything questionable about this at all. It's a 100% slam dunk, no-brainer, massive newsworthy event. I mean, the most significant hire from a coaching standpoint. I mean, what you said, it's the only coach aside from the co-tennis head coach. Oh, really? Who's won a national title? I mean, incredible. Kirk, Twitter's a cesspool. Twitter, listen, everywhere in society you can find that element. That's the cesspool. No what? So just filter out your stream, man. Don't follow people on Twitter that are losers. Ryan Dixon, I'm here for the Hutco jean jacket party. I'm down. Craig Digog, you serious boss. Boot up. Basketball school, Craig, right? Michael Merritt, good morning. Hey, Don Williams, good morning. Let's see. Twitter has an agenda. E-Rock and Mulkey Girls Night calling on the landline. Taylor Termini, this has got to be the first time the powers of LSU have gone after a proven big name coach in any sport. Quite shocking. I mean, it's not that they haven't gone after him before, Taylor, but to actually close the deal. Yeah. Listen, man, I tweeted this yesterday, and we talked about it when Scott Woodward was hired. You know, he's the guy that got it done to get Chris Peterson from Boise to Washington. He got Jimbo from Florida State to A&M. Also got Buzz Williams from Virginia Tech to Texas A&M. And now he's got Kim Mulkey from Baylor to LSU. That when you see that pattern, it's not a coincidence. I mean, he's a great athletic director that supports his coaches, that knows how to close. I mean, it's one thing to beat LSU and to be able to engage and be in a and to get in a conversation, right? Like, it's one thing if because you're LSU, you can get someone to pick up the phone. It's another to be able to finish the deal. And Scott Woodward is a closer. I mean, anyone's ever been in sales knows those people. I mean, it's just, so closers just do more deals than everybody else because they know how to push a deal across the finish line. Jerry, you should get Kramer on. I saw Kramer and I were texting last night. He's going to come on today. So Kramer is coming to Baton Rouge for the press conference. He's flying here, and I told him, I was like, look, man, even if it's in the car from the airport to campus, just hop on with me for 10 minutes. So we're going to make it, don't know what time yet, but we're going to make it work depending on when he lands and all that stuff. But yeah, I am going to have Kramer on today. Kelly Rose, good morning. Dad, good morning. Bring back the Gene Vest segment. I need to go dig up the audio. Somebody, whenever we talked about that a couple of years ago, I went to go try to find the audio of it or the date, and somebody went and dug it. I don't remember who it was, but somebody went and found it for me. The original the date, whatever. It had to be whatever weekend that was. It might have been like the Arkansas weekend in 17. I guess it would have had to have been in 2017. Yeah, I guess it would have had to have been in 2017. You okay? You look sleepy. I guess it would have had to have been in 2017. And maybe it was the Arkansas weekend in 2017. I don't remember. But we went and pulled the audio of it and brought it back. Let's see. Bradley Abadi said, Drew. Ben Boudreaux, good morning. Tracy Moore, they're all saying good morning, Drew. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Say hi, Dad Show.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad.
Yay! Hey, guess what? Today is Monday, so after Dad's show, we're going to get dressed and you're going to go for a ride in Daddy's car to... Very good. New St. Lillian. We're not very talkative in the mornings.
April.
And see Miss April, Miss Claudette, Skylar, and Miss Diane. Yes. And then Mimi will come see you. And Mimi's going to take you where?
Me.
To Mimi's house. Yep. And then Papa will come see you. You going to sing the Oscar Mayer Wiener song with Papa? Okay. Papa's watching. He said, good morning, Drew. Pamela Box, good morning. Brandon Atchison. We'll have Kramer sightings at women's basketball games. I think that's fair to say. Bobby Otten, good morning. Jerry, I like how, unlike the previous AD, Woodward and his staff kept it quiet until the T's were crossed and I's were dotted. Isn't that something? Fargus officially announced that she's resigned on Saturday, and then Mulkey announced on Sunday, press conference Monday. That's clean. That's tactful. That's how things are supposed to be done. It's amazing just because we've seen how not to do things for so long. To actually look at a contrast now is pretty stark, isn't it? Let's see. Ted Campiso, good morning. Trivia Carter, good morning. Thanks to everybody over there on YouTube for hitting the thumbs up. Much appreciated. As always, y'all shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Had a lot of bad weather on Friday night. If that was you, give us a shout. Holler at Hudco. Holler at Hudco. It's so weird how now I pay attention to roofs. I was at my brother-in-law's house. We went swimming over there yesterday. And so we were kind of sitting in the pool, and I could see like their neighbors' roofs like around the fence. I was like, oh, they're in bad shape. Because they got blistering. Oh, they got blistering and hail. Oh, they do. Sam's like, yep, you. Huh? Okay. All right, Daddy's got 5 more minutes, and then we will get dressed. See you later. All right, Leo Williams, Tim Creed, good morning. Craig Dugas, Kim Mulkey, Fieldhouse, Frank Williams, Wade Court. Craig Dugas, student section. After my Dogecoin rockets. Or moons, I guess. Yeah, Craig, I don't think Doge is going to be the one that gets you there unless well, I don't know, man. I guess if you bought a buttload of it, at like 2 cents maybe. Leo Williams, Jonathan Martin, Courtney Storer. Let's see, Kirk. Well, we know how Drew feels about tennis hacking stuff up. Cody Nunn, Rob Whitney. What's the word on Gilbert? Nothing yet. Daniel Sinentz, good morning. Jamie Fortenberry. I mean, to retract, basically, they kind of laid out a plan for him to get back when they met with him, and now he's just got to decide what he's going to do. But I will be curious with the new transfer rule if he decides to go somewhere else because he'd be able to play immediately. Jamie Fortenberry, good morning. Craig Deepka makes you wonder who Woody's going to target to replace Ed. Exciting time, boss. Well, Craig, I mean, listen, I've not really minced my words here. We talked about, I tweeted this yesterday. I said, just what I said about with Woodward, some of the big name hires they've already been able to make with Chris Peterson and Jimbo and now Mulkey. He said, look, he's going to have other opportunities to make significant hires at LSU. And the first is likely going to come this summer. It feels more and more every day like everyone I talk to is of the belief that Paul Maneri is going to retire after the season. There's an opportunity right there, potentially. And your basketball program is in the midst of an FBI investigation. Your football program is in the midst of a Title IX investigation. So who knows where all that goes. But I do think that Woodward, in his time in Baton Rouge, is going to have an opportunity to make at least 1, potentially 3 more significant hires. Oh, Josh, you were the one who went and dug it up? Josh, if you still have it, please send it to me. If you have that handy, or maybe you messaged it to me on Messenger. All right, I'll have to go check. But if you have it handy, or you remember where you sent that to me, please send it again. Thank you. Jamie Fortenberry. She should have been here long ago. Jamie, timing matters. It's strange, but I'll remind you. I'll remind you of the Pat Henry story, which I've told before. So you indulge me if you've already heard it. But Pat Henry won 27 national titles at LSU, and after 2004, he suddenly and unexpectedly left for Texas A&M. And he did an interview afterwards and was asked why he left, and he said, "We won our most recent national title, and when we got back to the Baton Rouge airport, not a single person from LSU was there to greet us. I felt like just wasn't being appreciated." And Texas A&M called, so I picked up the phone, and we worked out a deal. It was just time. Like, timing matters, and this was just timing for Kim. Like, that much was made abundantly clear to me today. Hang on. Okay, y'all. I'm going to go real quick so we can wrap this up because I got to get Drew to school. All right, let's see. Kirk, Matt, you have to get back to me on where to send your bottle. Hudco hat for a bottle of whiskey. That's done. And I know I told you all that I was sending out the Hudco hats last week. That's my bad. I might even get to it tonight. But Kirk, I know you said you want yours signed by me and Ryan, so I need to get with Terrio to get that done. But I will. I promise you. I'll get that done. Randy Dabdoob. AYS is clearly jealous and obsessed with your success. We love you, brother. Keep doing you. AYS. Randy, I don't know what AYS is, but thank you for listening and watching. Blaine Smith, good morning. Kirk, what's up, man? Stephen Miller, good morning. Brock Pendarvis, Dylan Landry. Brandon Atchison, maybe Woodward can give some pointers on your process. Yo, Chris. Hey, Brandon, I think that happened this year. No doubt they scour Matt's social media to complain he's not one of the good old boys sprouting off the sunshine. Morning, guys. Hey, Carolyn. Seems like everything was done above board, too. LSU didn't steal Mulkey. Baylor knew everything from the beginning. It feels fantastic to finally have a feel-good story about LSU. Well said, Carolyn. It was a successful, tactful execution of a plan, which was very nice to see. Craig, I got a good amount at 3 cents. Good. Didn't have to invest much, so if I lose it all, it's not a big deal. Holding to the moon. The problem, Craig, with Doge is that Doge as a platform isn't being built upon anymore. It's really just a matter of if Elon Musk tweets about it. It's all reputation now. It's not functionality, which is the basis of a lot of how these crypto projects are being built, if that makes sense. And Doge is not being built upon anymore. So it's really just like a meme. It's like people want to keep buying it because it's what it is. But I wish you luck. Let's see. Do you think now Mulkey's here do you think now Mulkey is here? Do you think they would renovate the PMAC or build a new arena? Brian, they're not going to build a new arena. They did already put some money into renovating the PMAC with 2 pretty significant renovations, redoing the concourses and the seating and all that sort of stuff. What else you go to Tennessee's baseball coach? No. Well, let me not say no definitively, but that's not a name I've heard. I'm riding the hype. I know it's not a stable future. Gotcha, Craig. Good. Yo, I don't know what y'all are talking about with what AY. I don't even know what AYS is, but whatever. Good, whatever. Eliva would have hired the Port Allen High School coach and to rust him to the podium. Drew's here. Drew's like, I'm just here so I won't get fined. Mark Allen, what's up? Do you think Bumgarner's 7-inning no-hitter should be recognized as a true no-hitter? I think it should be, as it was an official 7-inning game. Sure, that don't really care. Matthew Lusto, go watch BitBoy Crypto. He'll get you the moon and Lambo. I subscribe to his page, Matthew. He's got good information on there. His channel. Let's see. I really surprised Tech passed on Mulkey when Leon Barmore retired 20 plus years later. They're regretting that decision. But would she have stayed? You know, I don't know. I really don't know the political inside and outs of Louisiana Tech women's basketball 20 years ago. I was just being honest with you. Trivia. I want Ryan to sign mine too with the Scone family. Okay. Now I got to get Terry to autograph a bunch of hats too. I love how all y'all are guessing about baseball. Buttermaker from the Bad News Bears. Oh, man, that's good stuff. Okay, all right, I got to go. I got to get Drew dressed and get him to school. Y'all have an awesome day. Locked on LSU coming up in a little bit. AFR at 3. We will have the Kim Mulkey press conference at 5. We'll look forward to it. Okay, y'all be good. See ya later. Hudco, bye Roof. Hudco, bye Roof. Hudco, bye Roof. Brock. Go to Brock.